My 19F boyfriend, 20M, was clearly not over his ex and talked about her a lot. I found out they never dated and she barely remembers him. Early in our 2-year relationship, my boyfriend told me about an ex he claimed he dated for around 4 months to a year, though he was never clear about the timeline. From the way he talked about her, it sounded like a real, emotionally significant and sexual relationship. What made this especially difficult is that throughout most of our relationship, he continued to bring her up, not necessarily in a nostalgic or missing her way, but by casually referencing memories, experiences, and details, including sexual ones. This wasn't a one-time thing. For roughly a year and a half, I repeatedly told him that constantly bringing her up made me uncomfortable and asked him to stop. Despite this, it continued until a few months ago, when I finally told him that if he couldn't move on and stop bringing her into our relationship, I couldn't stay. He told me that he was over her, but also said that their breakup had traumatized him. Recently, I accidentally ended up speaking to this girl. At first, I wasn't even sure I had the right person, but once I brought up my boyfriend, she told me she had no idea who he was. I initially assumed that, because their relationship was online, she simply didn't remember him, but then she asked for his username. After that, she told me something that completely threw me off. According to her, they never dated at all. She said there was never any romantic or sexual relationship. She remembers him confessing, but she rejected him. Any flirting was casual, and something she did with multiple friends, and she remembers being friends with him for one summer before blocking him and that friend group. She says she barely remembers him beyond that. This directly contradicts what my boyfriend told me. What's bothering me isn't just that two people remember the past differently. It's how extreme the difference is. He described her as an ex. He cried to me about her before. I tried to rationalize it at first. I told myself maybe she was downplaying it, or maybe I misunderstood him, or maybe the truth was somewhere in the middle. I chose to put it aside and trust my boyfriend. But the confusion hasn't gone away, and the more I sit with it, the more uncomfortable I feel. It's making me question whether my boyfriend is well insane. The fact that he seemed so affected by someone who says she barely remembers him and never dated is what's really unsettling to me. How would you make sense of a situation like this, where your partner repeatedly brings up someone they claim is an ex, but then like 2 years after you get told they never dated? What's the way to approach him about this? Or do I leave it and break up with him without giving him a reason?